Shalom. Call all Yahweh Shemi and Shabbat Shemakakwadash. Double honors to the other apostles and other bishops, a great millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers who pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful like tabernacle of David. I'm the brother elder Yashawan. Shalom and salutations to you all. This is the WW3 Daily Update. Ezekiel 38:7. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Thou is talking about chief prince, just talking about Russia, right? Prepare for thyself and all thy company that are assembled unto Russia. Who is that? That's Venezuela, all right? That's China, that's Iran, are all assembled. And all the people listed here. There's Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, Syria, this is, what's the name of them? Who's it? Turkey, Syria. Okay, and everybody in between, North Korea, everybody whose name you don't see, China. Okay, so let's watch this. All right, so what did Russia do immediately that they're not saying? Okay, well, they went and took control of all of the oil rigs. Where's that in the headline? Let's see if they mention it here. All right, CBS is not going to mention the fact that Russia went and rounded up all the oil rigs, took them under control.
Russia's foreign ministry is condemning the U.S. capture of Nicolas Maduro and his wife and is calling for their release from U.S. custody. The longtime ally of Venezuela is now calling for the conflict to be resolved through diplomacy. Let's discuss this with Nina Khrushcheva. She's a professor of international affairs at the New School and is the great-granddaughter of former Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev. Wow. And we see the 2026 behind you. Happy New Year to you, Nina. We wish it was under more sobering or happier circumstances. But let's talk about this long-standing relationship between Russia and Venezuela. How might you expect the Putin regime to react to what the...
Even though Russia hasn't done anything yet, they're still being a guard unto them. That's what we're watching right now. They couldn't really, whatever that transaction was, Russia can't go over there and come to their rescue if they made a transaction. So that's
administration is doing.
Good morning. Well, they already react, and they've been condemning, as actually many others. We heard it from China. We even heard it some words from Europe as well. But it's in some way, it's a very subdued reaction because as horrible as it is what happened to losing this ally, because Russia has invested, it's not exactly clear, we don't have exact numbers, but up to 20 billion, 17 billion into you just had a piece on Venezuelan oil. A lot of it was Russian bailing out. Rosneft was very big into sort of supporting the failing oil business over there. So Russia is almost ready to lose the money. So there's a question to Putin is that why are we the Russians, why the Russians are investing into the regimes that really were very shaky to start with. That is one part of it. But they are ready. They're condemning, but they're not really. And Trump said correctly that Russians are not going to have a big stink about it. On a positive note, although that has not been heard, but we understand that if we analyze Putin's actions, he actually feels very validated because one of the reasons he went to Ukraine in 2022 is because he was afraid for that is a security issue for Russia. There was a problem for Russia that he may be taken out because Joe Biden didn't like him. So now he says, look, if America does it to Maduro, they could have done it to me. Also, the might gives the right. So Trump had the might, he went in. I have the might, I go against Ukraine.
And
Slovakia.
about how much President Trump discussed with Putin about Venezuela when they spoke on Monday. But during a press conference, President Trump addressed whether or not he spoke to Mr. Putin about the Venezuela operation. Let's just play exactly what he had to say.
You had a phone call with him on Monday. Did he talk at all about Maduro? Did y'all talk about this?
No, we didn't. We never spoke about Maduro.
Are you mad at him right now? I mean, there's this
I'm not thrilled with Putin. I'm not thrilled with Putin. He's killing too many people.
What do you make of that answer, and how do you think it might impact the U.S.'s efforts to get peace between Russia and Ukraine?
Well, I actually kind of agree with, I mean, I don't know whether they spoke about Venezuela, but I would imagine that they have many more things to talk about. I mean, first of all, there is Ukraine, then there is China, then there is Iran, and maybe later, somewhere they can get to Venezuela. It's not.
Sounds like World War III to me.
The top of their agenda. I'm sure Putin might have said, well, maybe don't take him out, maybe just let him get out peacefully, quietly, and whatnot. But he did. I mean, he essentially insulted Putin in those remarks when he said that there's a very primitive war. Look how it has to be done. We went in, we got out, because the idea was when Putin went in 2022, he would get Kyiv in 3 days, and he didn't. And so now Maduro was taken out in 30 minutes. So that's kind of an embarrassing thing for Putin. But I think another validation that he feels he can have is that he's not going to trust any Westerner. So if Trump can do it to Maduro, if Trump doesn't like him, he decides he can do it to him too. So now the Russians say, thank God we have nuclear weapons, and whatever our negotiations tactics would be, we're going to stand our ground and let them try to get to us.
Really interesting analysis there, Nina Khrushcheva. Always great to get your insight, especially on this first Monday of the new year.
That's Nikita's great-granddaughter. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it. As you can see, right, this thing ain't over. Let's look at some of these comments. It's hilarious that Russia and China think they have any moral standing in the world. They have more than Babylon. Show all people. What? Russia said, Venezuela, we get Ukraine. Yeah. That's what's going on right now. But everybody going to turn on each other. See, the Most High is the one that, let's get that. What's going on here? This is Proverbs. What is it? 12? Proverbs? I forget. 12 and 1. Nope. The King's Heart. Not 12. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Come down to the good news when we get the mind control. M-K Supreme. Got it? M-K. Germany, it was K. Supreme, not ultra, supreme. With that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brothers and a few sisters.